Hey, my wonderful divine feminine Leo placements. Christina here, Ginger Mama, coming at you with your extended month of November Tarotscope. I apologize this is getting up late, but you know what? Better late than never. And I've had a lot going on, so normally I have them posted earlier. I will do better next month. That is my goal. But you know what? When we're in flow state, we do what we can when we can. And many of you might be beginning to understand more or already embracing a flow state as the trains go off. I love that. Maybe trains are significant to you. I don't know if you can hear that out my window. What I'm going to do is start by saying divine feminine, divine masculine energy resides in both of us. It is the yin yang balance we all hold. I encourage you to watch both to kind of get a feel for where you might be at, okay? Divine feminine energy is much more anxiously attached. They can be varying their emotions, more often than not, kind of imbalanced in that way. Masculine energy, on the contrary, can be very focused on money, work, drive towards that, sexual energy, and they're lacking that ability to really tap in with their emotions, and they avoid that at all costs. And so we're trying to balance out that duality within all of us, all right? So let's recap what happened earlier in the month and then move forward towards the end, okay? We had on November 5th, Venus and Scorpio opposite Uranus and Taurus. So Scorpios that dive in head first, they want to know what's going on. Maybe some of you within your communication felt like you might have been asking for more, right? Or somebody else might have been asking you for more, and it just felt like deeper conversations. And you might be in your head a little bit, your world upside down. Like, what did this communication mean? Maybe you're overthinking it. Maybe it didn't go the way you wanted, and you kind of feel back in this like trapped energy of like, oh, every single time I try to get clarity, it's not working. Move forward from that, okay? It was a lot of energy going on. If you're speaking truth and trying your best, that's all you can do. And if someone's not meeting you there, especially a masculine energy, or they're avoiding that depth, that truth, pull back, okay? That's your sign to pull back. We have Uranus in retrograde in Taurus through January 22nd. So this began on August 23rd. A lot of people struggling with finances or feeling like new career endeavors are kind of blocked, or just it's a little messy. Expect that to continue through January 22nd. But if you're doing the work, you will be rewarded. I think many of you really doing the work to align, you're going to be celebrating the Three of Cups, okay? But be very mindful, okay? I know we have Thanksgiving coming up. I know we do. But Knight of Wands reversed, okay? Do not be in this energy of like, because I feel like I didn't get to the channeled message. Let's start there. When I was channeling for you, it was this feeling of this fork in the road, okay? And one, it was like this party, like that girls just want to have fun vibe, right? And gender doesn't matter here, but somebody who's like, I want to have fun, the holiday season, let's go, right? And then this other path that was more stillness, and you just weren't sure. And Source was like, I know this is where you want to go and you'll end up there, but we're going to kind of take the long route to get there, because that's going to end up having you at a point of happiness that is so much more fulfilling. But the choice is yours over the next 2 weeks. And these cards mirror that energy, right? You want to go out, you want to party, you want to celebrate. And you will be celebrating financial success and up level in your spiritual life. However, be very mindful of who you're entertaining right now. Knight of Wands reversed, especially if any of you are like feeling that urge, like that itch, like, no, I want a sexual encounter, I want to be in a new relationship. It's like, slow down just a little bit, really reevaluate what you're doing, okay? Because some of you are running the risk of repeating past cycles where you get involved with people who are involved with other people, and now we have all this third-party energy in the mix. You really need to be harnessing that sacred sexual energy, and if you're feeling that itch, like your own needs, tap in with that, tap in with self-pleasure, okay, Leos? Like, I'm telling you right now, what you can channel and clear and call in, especially when it comes to finances or your career, is a big deal. But tap in with that on your own and be mindful of other energies you're feeling in separation and what it feels like. If it's an energy that you're like, that's not the kind of sexual experience I want, push it away, okay? You're in control, you're in the driver's seat, but you need to make a choice here. And you also need to be surrendering to what it is you truly desire, okay? And surrendering to that within the safety of your own vessel in flow with Source before you can get to the point of doing that with someone else, all right? So yeah, and also, this energy earlier in the month, you might have been thinking about partnerships with masculine energy. We have the Emperor coming out, or you yourself are in that masculine Emperor energy when it comes to your finances and career, and you're trying to decide who you should or should not collaborate with. So tap in with that. Oftentimes we think we need to collaborate with all these people when in reality we kind of need to go inward and follow our own flow forward. But yes, many of you might be being guided to that. So pay attention to anything that comes up around that. On the 8th, we had Mercury moving into Scorpio, and we had that full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. And so for you Leos, you are fixed sign placements, as is Scorpio, as is Taurus. So that one probably rocked you pretty hard, or you're suddenly like, what is going on? My head's spinning. The universe is trying to push you to move faster. It's great when we're fixed in a project, in a relationship, in a belief system, right? But when we realize that that system can be bigger or better or different than we thought, we really have to try to open up and move to the next step and then become more fixed there. And some of you run the risk of this feeling of like, no, this is my belief system, this is who I am, this is who I've always been, it's always worked. And it's kind of that energy of how's it working for you now? Okay, because we all have to grow and evolve. Just as we hit fall here where I live, the leaves are off the tree, it's snowing outside right now already. The seasons change and we cannot stay fixed. We can't hold on to what was in the past. We always have to evolve into our future selves, okay? This full moon lunar eclipse was part of a 3-part series. It started on November 19th, 2020. So ask yourself, where were you? A lot of people in panic mode or depressed or anxious because we were coming out of, for a lot of us, the COVID lockdowns or still in them. And so there was a lot of shifting in our relationships, our thoughts about what do we want this life to be, right? And we skipped last year with this cycle. And now on the 8th, which we just had, we had the second part. The third part will be next year on October 28th, 2023, and that will be a culmination. And so right now, Ace of Swords reversed, if you feel like you're not seeing clearly, if you're like, I don't understand how this is all connected, tarot, astrology, whatever it might be, or you feel like you're in a flow state, but you're still just scattered, the call right now is to continue to work, okay, for feminine energy. Now, this isn't like an obsession, like, I need money, but this is understanding a flow state with money, with source. If we're trusting source with our relationships and our inward, downloads and visions, we also need to trust with finances that it will work, okay? And so furthermore, if you're not seeing clearly, this is also your sign to pull back. I know you want to go party or celebrate the past connection you got rid of and you're like, I'm free, but at the same time, you're missing something. Okay, so this is a great time. We're still in Scorpio season. Maybe this week lead up to Thanksgiving or, just spending the rest of the month really in self-isolation. Sure, maybe you see family for Thanksgiving, but be clear about that. Do you really want to? A lot of people, you might ask yourself, is this going to be a feeling of my energy feeling like I'm defensive or this is too much energy? The question is, do you want to take a risk on that, right? So that's up to you, what you want to do there. But I do feel like this is a call for you Leos to really go inward and focus on what you want to build in your careers and what you want to manifest in your connections and relationships. The train going off outside, I can't make this up. The energy you've all experienced so far, 11:44 on the clock, many of you too tapped in with those numbers, those synchronicities, all of it. It's been a lot. It's been this massive shift where you're kind of in dizzy mode, like maybe you're online a lot, maybe you're looking for other answers, maybe you're talking to friends, and the universe is like, go inward. Pay attention to your dreams, sit with any anxiety you feel of being alone. If you're like, well, I couldn't be alone, especially for Thanksgiving, it's like, ask yourself what it is and why that is. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not alone. You have source, you have your ancestors, you have your spirit team. They're trying to tap in with you. And so I'm not telling you not to have a good Thanksgiving. Okay, I'm not trying to be that person. But it does feel like, especially for Leos, this feeling of really being careful about the energy you're around for the remainder of the month, okay? So the energy of this is trying to make you stronger, all right? Eclipses both reveal things, but they also conceal things. And what you need to ask is, what is being revealed to me? And can I move forward or away based on just that information and based on what I'm getting from source? And can I trust that what's still not being shown to me, I have faith that that will come to light, right? And I will have more clarity in due time, all right? Yeah, Ace of Swords here. Again, set these boundaries. Many of you, it can be about clarity, but it's also about boundary setting. Are you cutting out the family or the friends or the lovers that are not for you? And if you haven't already, now is the time, okay? Because you're still going to feel uncomfortable if you don't. All right, so let's focus on that. This is some revolutionary energy. This is really this big push by the universe, like wake up. Come on, come on. We're going to do it. We're going to do it, okay? So don't be afraid of this, but definitely boundary setting is critical here, all right? Others might be pushing you away or did at some point, and that helped you awaken. This is the same thing, okay? Wherever you know you're being called, or energetically, if you suddenly feel anxious or just like uncomfortable, migraines, waves of energy, this is your sign. That's not for you right now. Pull away. Your stomach turns, anything. Pull away, okay? The 22nd, we hit Sagittarius season. And understand, Sagittarius season is a fellow fire sign, just like you, Leos. So it might feel much better for you in that energy, where Scorpio season was pretty rough on you. And so just make sure you did the release work, because if you didn't set the boundaries and you didn't halt the party mode, okay, this is right before Thanksgiving, 22nd, then you're going to start to feel weaker and weaker. I tell clients all the time, all right? If you want to book a personal, gingermama.com, all right? I got you. But the new moon energy on the 23rd in Sagittarius, you'll feel even weaker than you did around the full moon. Many people, when you're under these energetic waves, you start to experience illness, difficulty getting out of bed, you're really tired or depressed, emotional waves up and down. Ride with it, okay? Ask source for guidance. Follow your intuition, all right? Because ideally you should be feeling better in that. But right now, most of these cards do not indicate love or anything. Look at this. Your justice comes in you not choosing other options right now. If you feel like things have not been fair for you, it's like, stop thinking you're going to find it again somewhere else. Trust that source will bring love when love is ready for you. Trust that source is guiding you to the career that is ideally meant for you. Okay, it's not your job to bring karma or justice to other people. It's just your job to begin to speak truth to yourself and to others, all right? And to make the choice. It's a choice to say that fork in the road, you know what, I'm going to go this way. I know all my friends, everybody's going that way, and that looks like a lot of fun, but I've done that in my life. And when I do that, I kind of end up right back here. I don't want to repeat that cycle. I'm going to take the long way this time. I'm going to find me first. And I'm going to know that on the other side of this are beautiful, beautiful awakenings. And we'll see what December has in store when we do that Tarotscope. But I do feel like a lot more energy for you next as we enter into December and Sagittarius season of feeling like lighter and like you have some clarity through your process, okay? The 29th, we have Mercury in Sagittarius opposite Mars in Gemini. It also sextiles Saturn in Aquarius. And so this energy can be kind of like, like sporadic, sudden, like you might hear from someone from your past, or you might want to be communicating with someone. Keep in mind that Mercury in Sagittarius, that fire sign energy, your fire signs, right? Yeah, it's like that itch on your back. You're like, I don't know, I think I want to do this, or maybe someone else does, but you're still not quite clear. That Mercury in Sagittarius is mutable fire sign energy. Fire is our spirit. So I want you to focus on like, I don't want to rush too quickly, because that's what we sometimes do with passion, career, love, whatever it is, and the fire burns out real fast, and then it's hard to reignite. This mutable energy of Sagittarius asks us, how can we take control of our own fire, right? And keep it burning at a steady speed that serves us and serves the collective and serves our relationships. And we take control of that, okay? Mars and Gemini energy when healed can be very higher realms, grounded in the earth realms, very beautiful, divine masculine, divine feminine energy. However, when it's wounded, it can be very gossipy, very in your face, very Jekyll and Hyde. And Mars is the planet of aggression and sexual energy. And so be very mindful, again, about any sexual encounters or any communication. Really ask yourself intuitively, is this really the energy I want in right now? Or do I need time or space or to set some clear boundaries here, all right? So I think this is looking good for you guys. I know you're probably like, but I want in love. Well, guys, it's only 2 weeks till December. Just hold on. We'll see. But the magician here, you need to focus on your manifestations, right? And this magician has every tool it needs: the sword, the cup, the wand, the infinite strength. It has an arm that points to the higher realms and one that grounds to the lower realms. One of my favorite cards in tarot. Understand though, the magician, when we manifest, this is about thinking about what we want logically, right, in the headspace, feeling it in our physical vessel, in our body, feeling what would it really feel like to have true love? What would it really feel like to be in this energy? What were things in my past that like I need to walk through and feel to release, right? And then the third step to manifestation that people oftentimes forget is action. If source is asking you or pushing you to pull away from a friend or a family member or a lover, or to go towards them, you need to take those actions in flow state, and you will always feel better as you align in that way, okay? So I love all of you. Let's pull a quick Moon Oracle card for you. Again, I'm on TikTok as Ginger Mama LLC, and I'm also on Instagram, and you can book a personal reading with me if you feel called, gingermama.com with the 3 A's. Happy to help. Prosperity lies ahead, and look at the bigger picture. Again, you've got to look at the bigger picture of this. You've got to stop being like, I need my needs met right now. I want instant gratification right now. Because yeah, you can get sex right now. Yeah, you can get a relationship right now. But the question is, how long is it going to last? If you really want the long term, really the thing you've been desiring your entire life, you've got to go inward first and realign to be able to get through it. Okay, work through your fears reversed. Many of you might be stuck and fixed in this energy, this Scorpio energy of being afraid to walk through that fear of what if I lose this person? What if they abandon me? What if they don't want me? You know, you're never going to know if you don't walk through it, right? What's more uncomfortable, the fear or the unknown? The end of a tough cycle approaches. Again, it's reversed. Step out of your comfort zone, reversed. You are going to be uncomfortable until you can take that action. I talk a lot with Divine Feminines about release, which is when you tell someone, hey, I really care about you, I have a strong connection with you, I need more clarity around our connection though, like, do we want to date, are we exclusive, etc. And if that person doesn't want to come to the table and address that with you, then that's your cue to move on. And if that fear is going to stop you, or you're going to let someone friend zone you but still use you in a sexual way or expect you to just wait around, then you're going to feel weaker and weaker, okay? You need to take your power back. So I love all of you. I can't believe time's already up, so I do have to go. But again, if you want more clarity, feel free to visit gingermama.com. I hope all of you have a beautiful holiday season. Please focus on gratitude as well. I did not mention that, but the astrological lineup from earlier this month, it called in this idea of gratitude. If you're not being grateful for what you already have, then there's no way you're calling in more stuff. Okay, everybody, you've got to be, thank you for the water, thank you for the food, thank you for the client, thank you for this reading on, TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or whatever it might be, right? Like really thanking the universe for the information you're receiving, for your dreams, visions, etc. Okay, I love all of you. I will see you next month, Leos. And before I go, I gotta mention, Source was like, make sure you say this. Your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements, I know that's a lot, might also be significant. If you are new to this journey at all, make sure you have looked up your astrology chart. It is critical to understanding your journey, okay? I love the app CoStar. It is free, and all you need to do is type in when you were born and the city you were born in. If you don't know the time, just type in the closest thing that you believe to be the time, and consider watching those placements as well. Okay, see you next month.